like to think I'm free of almost all the games at this point. What are the games? All of life is games, right? You start out with the family game, you do the school game, the grades game, the getting girlfriends and boyfriends game, the getting married game, the having kids game, the making money game, the having the career game, the getting famous game, the dressing well game. It's so much of it is social games. There are a few that are not games, like meditation. You're not doing. If you're scoring points in meditation, you're doing it wrong. Yoga, these are single player games, right? So it's really the multiplayer games are the ones that suck you into society and into anxiety. Now, you kind of have to play them. You have two choices towards peace in your life. One is you can play these games and you can win them. And when you win them, this is the hard part, realizing you've won and stop playing new ones or setting new goals for yourself that are even higher and higher. It's like my friends who have made so much money and they continue, all they try to do is make money and they just don't seem very happy about it. It's fine if they're happy, if they're like Elon Musk seems like he's having a grand old time. That's fine. But if it's making you miserable and you continue doing it and you only have one life and you kind of can't see past that, then I would argue you're playing the game too far. So there's kind of two ways out of the trap. One is not wanting something is as good as having it, right? I think it was Liad Chabot said this on Twitter. I thought it was really good. Or there's a recent Socrates quote that I retweeted where he was taken to the story is he was taken to a market back in ancient Greece, and it was full of luxurious and fine items. And he said, there are so many things that I do not want, right? And it was ridiculous. He looked at all these fineries and said, so many things here that I do not want. And I thought that is freedom. That is power. That is self-contained. That is a person who has found himself and needs nothing outside of himself. That is so inspirational. So the same way I look upon the world and I say, well, I could just say that, right? You can't just say that. If I just said, there's so many things that I don't want, it's not true. I want the money. I want the girl. I wanted the fame, or I wouldn't have gone on podcasts and I wouldn't be on Twitter. At some level, that is true. So obviously, there's certain things that I want. I'm not a monk. I'm not living in an ashram. But what I can do is I've gotten the things that I want. And I'm careful not to want more. I don't want more fame. I don't want more money. Or if I get it, it's fine. It's part of the craft. It's part of the bonus. So I have to be careful about about not unconsciously taking on new desires. If I'm taking on a new desire, I better go fulfill that. So these are all just games that I'm playing. And, you got to play some game. You're on this planet. You're alive. You might as well play something. Now, the question is, what game do you play and how do you get out of the game so you're not just trapped playing that game forever? And one way is you choose your games very carefully. If you're a monk, you only choose very, very few games to play, or you play no games and you live content, blissful, harmonious, peaceful. Or the other is you play the game and you win it, and then you say, I'm now free of this.